Welcome to highlights of the 12th edition of the Elite Women's Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. 122.9 kilometers, 5 cobbled sections, starting with the Haag Hook, 10 climbs, taking in the iconic Muur, Muur and the Bosberg. Tough, blustery conditions that the riders had to tackle in today's race. The early breakaway group, Micah Bogard, Emily Newson and Femke Marcus, but it was Boels-Dolmans trying to set things up for defending champion Chantal Blaak that really weren't letting anything get clear on the day. A big crash did delay Jip van der Bos, one of the pre-race favourites. She had finished on the podium 12 months ago. She would, though, make it back up to the front group, with Sunweb leading a tight right-hander. It was Annemiek Van Vlueten, the world champion, who we came across standing at the side of the road trying to get her chain back on, her team car fighting to get back up to her. Van Vlueten, targeting this year's Spring Classics, would have a job to chase to get back in, but she again would make it back up towards the front. The select leading group was starting to form at the front, containing many of the pre-race favourites. The only rider really missing out on the day was Lucinda Brand. 42 seconds was the gap between the leading group and the chasers, but as they hit the Muur, Muur, it was Annemiek Van Vlueten that hit the front, put the hammer down, and only Floortje Mackaij and Chantal Blaak at this stage were able to stay within striking distance as they hit the steepest slopes and swung round towards the church at the top. The gap was starting to open. Mackaij was having to dig deep, but Van Vlueten was opening up a gap of almost 12 seconds as she crested the summit. Mackaij would be joined by Van Dijk, Bastianelli, Banks and Blaak, and this would be the chasing group behind. Ellen Van Dijk, as they crested the Bosberg, would drop Lizzie Banks from the group, but Van Vlueten from Mitchelton-Scott was now extending her advantage over the chasing group of 4. Bastianelli, the Italian champion, had finished second 12 months ago behind Chantal Blaak, but into the finish Van Vlueten had time to sit up and celebrate. First objective of the season and the first victory in that rainbow jersey of 2020. Behind her, Chantal Blaak was leading out the sprint and going for a long one. Bastianelli was poised and ready, as was Floortje Mackaij. Ellen Van Dijk in a great comeback race for Trek Segafredo. Bastianelli in a seated sprint came through to take another second place, while Mackaij just managed to edge her way past Chantal Blaak for that third spot on the podium. The day belonged to the world champion though, and Annemiek Van Vlueten, the rainbow jersey, and that is why. Confirmation of your top 10. Annemiek Van Vlueten takes it from Marta Bastianelli and Floortje Mackaij, while Chantal Blaak takes 4th ahead of Ellen Van Dijk, Lizzie Banks, Gurnia Bujak, Chloe Hosking, Jip van der Bos and Aude Bioniek. Don't forget, subscribe to GCN Racing, hit that bell icon so that you're notified every time we upload a new video or go live.